Hey everyone, do you know this breaking story that's making waves across globe?
Many factories have shut down.
Cities and festival seasons have no sales.
China's economy is going down.
Nobody is buying.
The buying has reduced significantly.
Is it signaling the collapse of China?
Why has China, the world's second biggest economy, stopped spending? Picture this. A country with billions of people, massive factories, shiny cities, but its people are saving more and buying less and less. Why? And what does this mean for China, the world, and for us here in India? Over the next few minutes, I will take you through the eye-opening tale with facts, numbers, and the business lesson that will make you think. Let's jump in. Let's start with an example. Chinese guy Li, a 30-year-old shop assistant in Beijing. Li loves gadgets and fashion, but lately she's been cutting back on spending. Instead of buying a new phone or dining out, she's saving every extra rupee. Yuan. Li is not alone. In 2025, millions of Chinese people like her are spending less and less. And it's worrying the government. Why? Here's the shocking stat. In most countries, consumer spending, people buying stuff like clothes, food or car, drives the economy. In the US and UK, it's over 80% of growth. And in India, it's about 70%. But in China, it's only 50 to 55%. That's low. The government wants people to spend more money, keeping the economy strong, especially since exports are facing trouble. So why Li saving instead of spending? These reasons may shock you. The reason number one, not enough extra money. First, many Chinese people like Li don't have extra money to spend, or they are worried about their future. A 2024 report says China's household saves 32% of their income, way more than India's 20 to 25%. Why so much saving? It's partly because many workers, especially migrant workers, who make up 25% of Chinese labor force, don't get benefits like health care or pensions in cities. They have to save for emergencies. Just like many Indian workers in small towns save because they don't have social security. When you are not sure about tomorrow, you don't buy the extra pair of shoes, right? Reason number two, wages are not growing fast. The wages in China are not rising like they used to. In 2010, salary grew by 10% every year, but now growth is much slower. For Li, this means her paycheck doesn't stretch as far. If your salary stays the same but lives get costlier, you cut back, right? This is especially tough for low-paid workers who don't have urban benefits. It's like in India, where many in the informal sector struggle with wages don't keep up with rising prices. Less money in your pocket means less spending. Reason number three, trouble in the property market. Now let's talk about houses. In China, owning a house is a big deal. It's not just a piece of land to live, but also an investment. But the property market is in crisis. Home prices are falling and people like Li are worried. Their savings are losing value. When you feel your wealth is shrinking, you spend less on other things. It's like if your fixed deposit in India suddenly lost value, you would probably skip that new TV. This fear is making Chinese people save more, not spend. And reason number four, falling prices. Yes, here's a surprising reason, deflation. For 18 months in the last 2 years, Chinese prices have been falling. Sounds great, right? But it's too bad. When prices drop, businesses earn less. They hire fewer people and wages don't grow. This slows down the entire economy, making people like Li nervous about their jobs. In India, we are used to inflation where prices keep rising, but deflation is like slow poison. It makes everyone cautious. Less spending means the economy slows down even more. Reason number five, raising kids is super expensive. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about family in China. Raising a child is crazy expensive. In 2024 study says it costs 6.8 times the average income per person compared to 4.1 in US and 3.6 in Germany. That's huge. So parents like Li's sister save a lot for their kids' future, school, college, everything. This saving habit is deep in Chinese culture, just like how many Indian families save for their children's education or wedding. When you are saving for such a big expense, you don't spend on yourself, right? And reason number 6, Chinese economic style. Now let's look at how Chinese economy works. Unlike India, where we love to shop, spend, Chinese economy has always focused on saving and investing in things like factories, roads. This worked well when China was growing, but now they need spending more to keep the economy strong. Changing this is tough. It's like turning a big ship around. Indian economy with 70% driven by spending is different, which is why our malls and online stores are always buzzing. China needs to make people feel safe to spend, but that's a big challenge. And the reason number 7, COVID changed the habits. The COVID pandemic also left a mark. During lockdowns, people like Lee got used to saving and being very careful with money. Even after COVID, this habit stuck. Take Chinese biggest shopping days, Double 11. It's like India's Big Billion Days. In 2019, it saw 410 billion yuans in sale in just 24 hours. But recently, it's been a flop. Companies like Alibaba stopped sharing the sales number because they were so low. On social media, people are even talking about consumption degrade, choosing cheap stuff to save money, like how some Indians switch to budget brands during tough times. And reason number 8, global tensions and debt. Finally, there's trouble from outside. China is facing trade wars with US, and global companies are moving factories to places like India or Vietnam. This means Chinese exports might not grow as fast. Plus, the local governments have huge debts from building infrastructures, which adds to the uncertainty. When people feel the economy is shaky, they save more. For India, this is the chance. More companies might come here, boosting our manufacturing, but it's also a risk, as a slower global economy could hurt our exports. So, why has China stopped spending? It's a mix of low income, slow wages, property troubles, falling prices, costly parenting, cultural habits, COVID situation, and global pressures. For China, this could slow their growth. For the world, it means less demand for goods. For India, it's a chance to shine, but also a challenge to navigate. Here's a business lesson. In tough times, understanding what makes people spend or not can help adopt whether you are running a shop or a country. What do you think? Can China get its people spending again? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more business dramas and marketing sagas. Until then.